Hi guys, welcome to your reading. Welcome to Loveology. Hope you're all doing well today. Let's get you some messages for your current situation. See what Spirit wants you to know the most right now. What is going on for my viewers? Thank you, angels. Thank you to the guides. And thank you, Spirit. Let's connect. Okay, we have push and pull energy. And we also have regrets. So somebody, someone has a lot of extreme energy. Like 1 minute they're there, they're showing up. The next minute they're pulling away. It's kind of like a tug of war. A lot of kind of maybe mind games. Yeah, you've got a runner here. Maybe they come in and they have a lot to offer you. And you're there for it. We have a runner chaser. And there is something that feels destined about this connection. Like you feel like you have a spiritual connection with this person. And they're in a lot of regret right now. They have regrets. They regret maybe the last time that the two of you spoke or what happened between you the last time. So that's what I'm seeing. Yep, they're looking at pictures of you. So this person's feeling nostalgic. They're lonely. They're missing you and they're reminiscing. So we got the Inferno card. Look at that with push and pull. Wow. So I feel like you just let it burn to the ground. You stopped chasing. You stopped giving your energy. You followed a divine path here. Like you followed your highest self that was telling you this is not okay. I feel it was a repeating pattern because, you know, we get the push and pull, the runner, the chaser. This person was unbalanced. You felt like they were calling all the shots. Like you didn't really have too much say in what was going on. Power struggles here. So I feel that this person kind of kept you at arm's length. But there is something here where they do value you because they miss you. They miss your energy. This person may be in a dark place right now. Their life may be falling apart. This is what they do. They sabotage good things in their life. But you got to your breaking point, and I feel that you just eliminated yourself from the equation. Like you weren't going to participate in this dynamic anymore. And with the broken mirror there, you know how people talk about, like, if you break a mirror, you have 7 years of bad luck, that kind of energy. I feel it was like something was broken and you were reflecting that to them. Maybe what was kind of what needed healing within them. This person may have some type of addiction or addictive personality or an impulsiveness using substances to cope. And then addiction here, it may have felt like this connection was addictive, like you were addicted to them or they were addicted to you. Like there was something when the two of you came together, you know, that it felt like a soul agreement here, a soul contract, soulmates, partnership, spiritual union, and karmic agreement. But I feel that you were reflecting back to them something that they didn't want to see. And that could be that you didn't want to play games. Like you were very forthcoming, very upfront. You didn't want to have this push and pull energy. You were following the guidance of the angels, of your higher self, like all of that. And because I'm feeling like your energy here was so light, like they may have really wanted you to just go with the flow, like, and you were there for that to some degree because you felt that there was something pulling you towards them. And it may have felt very destined, very fated, maybe something about the way that you met or like synchronicities between the two of you. It felt like a really fated, meant to be connection. Your intuition was right about this person. It has been right about them. So whatever you've been sort of processing and feeling, you're right about them. And it may have felt like right place, right time, like you were going to marry this person or you were going to be together forever. They were your soulmate. It was meant to be. It was really getting that feeling. And so that's why you were having patience with them. But I feel that your patience ran out. So let's get some tarot and then I'm going to look at the chakra energy. So I'm going to go to the Yuletide Tarot because I've really been loving this deck, even though we're getting into Imbolc, which is midwinter. And for those of you in the southern hemisphere, it would actually be midsummer for you. So midwinter, midsummer. Okay, we have the Knight of Canes, and that's Gemini energy. So this person could have had like two sides of them, almost like a Jekyll and Hyde. That's the Gemini energy. Not that Geminis are all like that, it's just the archetype. And here they are kind of alone. They're pulling a sled. Maybe they have a shed, but they're pulling a sled. Like there's no fast movement. Usually the Knight of Swords is the most quick moving knight in the deck, but this guy is just pulling a sled. So it could be like they come in quickly, then they run, and they want you to chase them. Or sometimes you wonder if they even want you to chase them, you know, but they're moving very slowly. It's an interesting energy. We have the Three of Swords in the reverse, so you feel like there was betrayal here that comes in with the push and pull energy. Well, I'm going to put the Knight of Swords over the push and pull. So with the regrets, we have the Three of Swords in the reverse. And this is where there was a betrayal, but I feel that you've actually been processing this and healing from this. And then we have the Death card. So ultimately, it led to, an ending here. And that's why this person is in a place of regret. They're in a place of looking at pictures of you, and they're feeling the loss. They're really feeling the loss here. And with this energy, that's Pluto, Scorpio. So I feel this person may even be obsessing over you, like they're not letting go here. They're pointing down, which is interesting, down to the fallen flowers. So it's like they feel like they fell from grace. The Rose and the Crown is the pub or the tavern here that this Grim Reaper is standing outside of. So it's like the tavern, the pub, it's where people come to gather. They're deep in their feels for you. Look at how they're reminiscing here. They may be they may be drinking a lot. They may be looking at cards that you wrote them, text messages that you wrote to them, pictures of the two of you. It's very bittersweet for them. And then underneath that, you can't make this up, was the King of Cups in the reverse. So maybe you guys have been together for a while. This would be them sort of aging. And you see how he's happy. He's pouring himself. It looks like whiskey. But here it's in the reverse. This person is super in their feels. They may be crying over you. I'm not even kidding. Even if this is somebody who doesn't typically cry or show a lot of emotion, because that could be this Knight of Swords. There's another side of this person, and they're in that other energy when they're alone. Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini here. So there's something very kind of fixated. Scorpio energy can fixate. They're fixated on you. And they are at a crossroads. They do not know what to do. Five of Swords here, Two of Swords. Like they sabotaged this. They took from you. And they didn't give back in return. And you may feel like sometimes this person, like they enjoy it. Because look at that sinister smile. But it's like they have regrets afterwards. I feel like they don't process things immediately. And when they're in the moment, they're on autopilot and they do these things. They're patterns for them. Five of Swords is a pattern. And then they spend their time wondering how to get out of it, like what to do. That's a card of Two of Swords is like Moon in Libra, where somebody can be extremely indecisive. They can't make a decision. They overanalyze the situation. They're blocked. There's a mental block there. And they're not really doing a lot to help their heart. They're trying to numb their pain right now. They're really trying to numb their pain. This person, they could love water, fishing, boating, being out on the water. I feel there is a very sensitive side to them because the Knight of Cups was in the upright. So they have a mutability about them. Pisces, Gemini, mutable signs. They're changeable. You may never know what you're going to get with this person. That could even be your energy, the Two of Swords. You don't know what to do here. And that's why I feel that you've turned to having faith in the universe, you know, and that's a good place for you to be. Excuse me, I'm getting choked up. They're choked up. Okay, what else do we have? Yeah, and this is your energy here, Queen of Swords. I was feeling that for you. Libra, Libra, Moon in Libra, Sun in Libra. Like, you're at a crossroads here, and you're just watching the seasons shift and change, and you feel like you just want to be in alignment with what the universe has for you. And Six of Swords, Six of Canes, it's like you do just want to move on and put this behind you. Ten of Swords in the reverse. You know what I mean? It's like you just want to get back up again and move on from this and learn the lesson. And you're looking towards brighter days, but it's here where you're not messing around, you know? You mean business here. Look at that, the High Priestess. I feel you're giving them the silent treatment. You may have blocked them, or you may have said to them, look, get your act together and you come to me if and when, and I don't even care, but like if and when you get your act together and you figure out your life, but you're silent and you're standing in your knowing, and they may even be afraid of you. Like this figure in the High Priestess card is called the Mary Lid, and it's like a figure that, you know, she's very protective, and she's both revered and honored and feared. Your intuition, that's the cosmic nudges with the guidance. You are super on point. I felt it from the very beginning. Like you really, really know what's up here. So you have to trust what the action steps that you've taken, even your non-action, your silence, you have to trust it. Because this person, like they're in their feels, even if they're trying to numb it, they're in their feels and you're in your higher knowing. There's power in your silence here. There's definite power in your silence. So I want to take a look at what action this person is most likely to take towards you. I also want to take a look at what they want to say to you. So what their higher self wants to say to you. Because I see them thinking, feeling, trying to numb out, but then they want to feel it. Yeah, see, they're escaping, and that's very Piscean, Knight of Cups. They're trying to escape. I left when things got hard. So you may have said some stuff to them, okay, Queen of Swords. You may have said some things to them, and they went running. That's a girl running down the street. Palm trees here. Could be, you could live somewhere where there's a lot of palm trees. Maybe LA or Florida, even Arizona. I haven't given up on us yet. Yeah, so that's them remembering. Because I feel that this Queen of Swords here is like the opposite of what you were. You were probably like a Queen of Cups, you know? So you had all the words. You showed them all the love. What is this King of Cups in the reverse thinking here? I feel that's them escaping. And even if they're not a drinker or they don't use substances, it's another way that they're escaping. They could escape through food or, you know, partying, or just totally like spacing out and zoning out, or through work. Broken. That King of Cups in the reverse is saying, I feel shattered about this situation. Could be dealing with a Scorpio, a Libra, a Gemini, a Pisces. One more message from their higher self. Secrets. I haven't told you everything. Now, this card is interesting because it doesn't look like a secret that breaks the two of you even further apart. Like, he looks happy to hear this secret. So I think this has to do with them telling you how they really feel about you, telling you why they behave in this way. Because I feel they may have even told you, this is where Five of Swords, you will do anything to win. Like anything. It's harsh. It's a pattern of behavior. It can be narcissistic. And I feel that it was like they didn't want you to know just how much they cared about you. They don't, that's something that they've struggled with. Now, maybe there was a third party. Maybe, you know, there was somebody else that they were dealing with that Three of Swords in the reverse. But if that's the case, it's over. It was fleeting. I don't even think that they wanted it very much. I feel it was more, if that's the case, it was to prove a point that they, to themselves, that they didn't love you as much as they actually do. But they actually do love you. And they're fixated on you. So along with that mutability, the way that this person can change, like they just flip, but they're also very fixated. They're fixed at the same time. So I haven't told you everything. It's like, well, yeah. And that's that they love you. Two of Cups in the reverse. They absolutely love you. It's a soul connection for them. And it's a soul agreement. So when you were good, you were unified, and it was just a beautiful partnership here. For some of you, you may have talked about marriage, or they proposed to you and then they ran. But this is where this person created a lot of disharmony, and they broke this connection. And I think communication is big here. I'm just seeing somebody that has a really hard time expressing how they're really feeling. They don't like to be vulnerable or look weak. They like to look very strong. But in private, I think when they're alone, if you could be a fly on the wall, you would be shocked. Maybe that's why you're being silent. Maybe you know this. You know, because you're like, look, let this person work on their self-love and their healing. Let them feel my absence. You know, like that they know that you're gone. I feel the two of you, you do have a telepathic type of connection with one another. So let's take a look at where this is headed. What is this person going to be doing? First card in the tarot out was the Knight of Swords. So that is communication, and it was there in the upright. That's somebody that wants to talk. That's somebody that wants to come in and communicate. But I feel that they're holding back because they haven't fully balanced out their emotions and their mental process right now. Like in their mind, I think they're all over the place. Okay, so yes, this person is 100% fixated on you. And I feel they might be in a dark place here. It's releasing limiting beliefs and exploring like their shadow side and their dark thoughts. They're having dark thoughts, and but I feel that this is somebody right now, they're in a dark place. And look, we get the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So they may really, this is like shattering them to some degree. It's talking about a broken family. So for some of you, maybe you're separated from your husband or wife. And right now they're going through it. And I feel that they need to be in this place where they're numbing, but then they're feeling, you know, and they're emotionally overwhelmed right now. And again, with the Inferno card, it's going to get to a breaking point for them. Oh, too many cards here. But I'm seeing a lot of aces in the reverse, Ten of Swords in the reverse, Ace of Cups in the reverse. So they are reversed, like their life is being flipped upside down. And so let's see if Spirit can give us a clear message. Okay, these two. So we get the Five of Wands in the reverse. And I feel that that could be people that they're around, people that they're surrounding themselves with, like being around people who are immature. And maybe this is somebody who likes to go out to the bars and watch the game. You know, they could be distracting themselves with sports and things like that. They could have a lot of people in their ear. They could be talking to a lot of people about this. And I feel like they're avoiding conflict with you. but it's where they're facing diversity, adversity in other areas of their life. Like, and also maybe they go from like partying to then isolating. So, and here's you're in the back of their mind, Queen of Swords in the reverse. And I think that there is some fear around them approaching you. Like, what would that be like? Would you just, kind of go off on them? Yeah, because in their mind, you're moving on from them. And we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse with the King of Cups in the reverse. So in their mind, they feel like it might be too late. But it can't get any worse. So they feel like right now they're not going to get, you're not going to go easy on them. You're no longer handling them with kid gloves. You've reverted here to a Queen of Swords and a High Priestess. So they also know that they can't con you. They can't make you feel bad for them. So that's why they're holding back. That's what I'm seeing. All right, what else does Spirit want you to know? Yeah, we have personal boundaries with the solar plexus and responsibility with the solar plexus, which is your power center chakra. It's fire, it's the masculine chakra, right? And it's ego, and you're sitting here with your personal boundaries and you're like, they have to take responsibility. You want to see that they're healthy. You want to see that they can hold your connection, that they can nurture it and grow it. And that's where you're at. You're empowered and you're disciplining yourself. And if you have to, you will be assertive with this person. And look, that's the High Priestess energy with the Queen of Swords. You see everything. Now, also, I feel for this person, it's where maybe somebody has very violet eyes or deep, 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 deep blue eyes. Maybe some of you have very blonde hair. That's something that I'm seeing, like it's golden. But look at all this gold, and it's like what's happening is it's separating the wheat from the chaff. So there's a Virgo quality here about harvesting. And so you want to have an authentic connection here. They're aware of this. They know that they can't get one over on you. They may even feel like they're at rock bottom, so they don't even want you to see them like that. Maybe you have seen them like that. Maybe that's when you walked away. There's something very rare here about you. Like violet eyes are very rare. They're, excuse me, they're a genetic mutation. Like Elizabeth Taylor actually had violet eyes, and they were so hard to photograph. They may feel like you're watching them. It's interesting. It's almost like you are the voice of their conscience right now. Whatever you said to this person, it has stayed with them. It's like you are the voice of their conscience. They hear you. They hear you at night. They hear you if they've had too much to drink or to smoke or whatever. Like they hear your voice. They feel that in some way you were protecting them. Because again, that's the High Priestess in this deck. She would sort of protect the children. She would protect the women and children of the village. That was this energy, and all the good people. And if there were dark entities, they would be afraid of her. It was, this was a ritual for the Celts during Hallowtide. So like, she's very protective. I think to some degree they felt like you were protecting them. Like just your energy, your love was protecting them from having to maybe take responsibility. And I feel you don't want any codependency. You want to have healthy choices. You want them to make healthy choices. So I feel right now for you, the main message here is like what you're probably already doing, and that's letting go and letting God. And that's coming from your higher self, your highest self. Clear and activate, create sacred space. With illuminate the shadow, focus on a solution. Maybe this was your only solution, and I feel this is also this person has to find their own way out. So this isn't about you jumping in and saving the day. If it's around money or housing or anything, if they come to you genuine and they're like talking to you, because I do feel you're going to hear from them at some point. I do feel you're going to hear from this person. The Knight of Swords was the first tarot card out, and that is about communication. But it's not a swift moving Knight of Swords, but I do feel that they're going to come to you like having an illumination. The devil in the reverse with their shadow self and this energy that they've created. And this is you just being there like the owl, like the high priestess with mindful wisdom. So you already know, and I feel your intuition, your psychic abilities, your clairvoyance, your ability to see clearly right now is so present in this reading. And it's about creating inner harmony, and that's really what Spirit wants you to know. So you may be seeing this from a new perspective because it's helping you to heal from the pain around this person, because I feel this is a heavier reading about what you've gone through with this individual, how much you love them, how much you care for them. They love you too. So this is not personal. It's really part of their journey here. And I do see them having greater self-awareness around what's going on. You may need to really clear the energy here and activate healing for yourself and create sacred space, especially if this person was in your space or you live together or it's a family member. You have to have that, like Christians will call it a prayer room. Like, I have just sacred space all around me and I clear it. And in feng shui, they say if you want to change the energy, move like 20 different things around. Like pick this up and move it somewhere else. Switch things around, create your sacred space, use sage, candles, a bell, sound therapy. If you're more religious in nature, you can work with the energies of the saints or whoever universe, whatever it is. Even if you go out into nature, I know it's very cold in many parts of the northern hemisphere, but if you can get some sunshine, solar plexus is active here. And I feel that you've planted some seeds that are going to be sprouting very soon, and you're going to reap the reward. So again, you're getting guidance from spirit, you're getting signs, you're getting healing, you're getting cosmic nudges. So it's where you just follow this path of, your inner knowing, and your highest self, and you're going to be on your way. So you guys, those were the messages. If there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. If this resonated, please like, subscribe, and let me know if you're ever interested in a personal session. I'm here if you need me. All right, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead, or whenever you're seeing this. Take good care, and I will see you all soon. Namaste.